What's good? What's good? This is your host, Swag Boy, from swagboy360.com. Today's episode, Joyner Lucas is letting Karen Civil play him like a sucker. As you all know, it's been revealed how Karen Civil finessed Joyner Lucas out of $60,000. Joyner Lucas, he took this public, he took it to Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube to let it be known she robbed him. And he was on her, like he was letting her know, look, I've been calling your phone. As soon as I gave you money, I called your phone, and then you started acting like I was bothering you. You started acting like, oh, you ain't want to deal with me no more. You started acting like just real negative. And check this out, I can relate. Because I remember a couple girls finessed me. Because I remember back when I had my Instagram boutique, right? And it was a learning lesson. So one of the girls that I was gonna work with, I had hit her up to be one of my models. So what I had bundles of hair, like weave bundles. So what I would need is a model to wear my weave and then make a YouTube video promoting it. And then I was gonna use that video to promote my brand of weave. WEAVE, hair weave. So what this girl in particular did, she got my hair and she never made a video about it. She just finessed me, just like that. Hit her up, no reply. She ain't answer my calls, nothing. So I'm like, yo, even though I only paid wholesale like $120 for the whole hair, I was gonna resell it for I was probably gonna make about $300 to $400 profit off of that. So I started promoting her page and letting everybody know she's a thief, she's a liar. Don't do business with her. That's what I started doing. But see, what happened was people kept coming at me saying, "Oh my God, Swag, you shouldn't do that. She's pregnant. She's pregnant. She just had a baby." Something like that. I'm like, I don't give a damn what her being pregnant, what her having a baby got anything to do with her stealing from me. I don't care about that. See, what they wanted me to do is they wanted me to give her the pussy pass. Meaning, oh, let it go. She's a female. You're a man. It shouldn't be that serious to you. Yes, it is. That's my money. So what I want to do, what I want to share with y'all, I want to play a clip of what Joyner Lucas said about Karen Civil. Listen.
Over the last couple of weeks, your name popped up in the controversy. You and Karen talking about your history with Karen Civil and how she did you dirty through some business. What prompted you to want to tell that story? I know that, and I'm gonna go to the Steve Stout story, for that too, because I want to talk about your Telly app, which your man Drew was telling me about for years. You guys been working on for years, and I'm proud of y'all for getting it to where you are. But just talk about that, that journey for you as an artist, right? Where you were basically sharing like, yo, I went through some shit in the game. Me and Karen Civil, I'll never forgive her for what, the bad business that we did, but ultimately I ended up, where I am today. I just want to hear, more about, you sharing that with the audience and what artists I am.
Stop right there. Now, before I continue, this is Hot 97, Ebro in the Morning. One of the big stations, one of the biggest stations in New York. 105.1 is the biggest hip hop station. And then you got Z100, then you got WBLS, and then you got Hot 97. However, Hot 97 is a big platform to have your music played on. Here it is, Ebro in the Morning just asked Joyner Lucas to express his feelings on how he was done wrong about Karen Civil. This is a perfect situation for him to keep going at her. This is a perfect situation for him to let it be known, look, this girl is a thief. This girl is a liar. Don't work with this woman. But this is what he did. Check it out.
I wanna go on record to say that I spoke to Karen, and I at the time that I spoke to Karen, she had a lot of others. She had a lot of public scrutiny from a lot of other people, and I started feeling bad a little bit because I'm.
See that? See that? He just said I started feeling bad. I started feeling bad. So she robbed this man of $60,000. $60,000. Do you know what $60,000 could do for you in America? Let me tell you something. The average American can live off of $60,000 for a whole year. If someone gave the average American $60,000, they'll be straight for that whole year. They can pay their rent, mortgage, a car note for a whole year. The average American. I know a lot of y'all got expensive lifestyle. You're like, oh, 60,000, well, I'll go through that in a month. Whatever. The average American can live off of $60,000 for the whole year. Now, depending on the type of dude or female you are, you can stretch that and live off of that for 2 years. But anyway, she got this man for $60,000. And look at him. You know what happened, y'all? Let me tell you what happened. She probably talked to him now, right? Cause remind you, after she done took his money, he couldn't get in contact with her. After she done robbed him, every time he called her, she acted like, oh, you're bothering me. I'm busy right now. I got other work to do. Stuff like that. But now all of a sudden, conveniently, she found a way to get in contact with him. So you know what was sad, fellas? She started saying, yeah, everybody's coming down on me. You know, I mean, I've been going through a lot, I've been stressing, you know what I mean? Like, I'm really hurting lately. Now, if that was me, I would be saying, well, you know what? I'm sorry to hear that. You know, I don't want anyone to stress, but I'm stressing too. Where's my $60,000? Can you help relieve my stress by giving me back my $60,000? Can you do that? She ain't trying to hear that. Continue though. I want to hear what I want to continue to hear. Joyner Lucas simp. Go ahead.
Like, damn, I don't want to contribute. I don't want to just
pile on.
I don't want to just kill. You know what I mean? I don't want to OD, bro. So I stopped.
Hi, what you mean you don't want to OD? Son, she got you for $60,000. What you mean you don't want to OD?
I had a conversation with her, and I promised her that I wasn't gonna just keep dragging her name through the mud. You know what I mean? Like,
well, if it makes you feel any better.
At this point, I'm gonna say something. At this point, I feel bad. I don't want to drag Shorty's name through the mud.
Why do you feel bad? Why? Why do you feel bad? You did nothing wrong. You stood up for yourself. You stood up for your family. You got a family, son. You got a child, son. You got a child to take care of. Why do you feel bad, Joyner? Why? What foul things did you do to Karen? What did you do for you to feel bad? The simp is coming out of him. Continue.
Sorry, they made hella tweets about what the situation was, but I do want to say that there was a point in my career where I was a very, very starving artist. Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened. He was a starving artist, and Karen Civil exploited him. I remember one of the. I remember him explaining this in another video. He went to his manager or business partner, whoever it was, and he said, "Look, I'm about to give Karen this $60,000 so she could promote me on radio. She get my album out there. You know what I mean? We could really make a buzz in this music industry." You know what his manager said? He said, "Look, if this is what you want to do, okay. But let me tell you this. This is all we got. This is everything. You betting the farm. You betting the house on all of this. Are you sure this is what you want to do? He said, yeah. He gambled on himself. He took a chance on himself. And then Karen effed him over. And now look at him. Now he's feeling bad as if Karen is the victim when he's the victim. Fellas, let me ask y'all a question. You think if it was the other way around and this man exploited this female artist who had a child or who was a single mother, and this is her last $60,000 that she worked hard for, she sweated for this money, she worked overtime for this money, she done smashed dudes for this money, she done did something strange for a little bit of change to get here, and now this man lies and finesse her out of $60,000? Do you think she would have mercy on him? Do you think she would be? Do you think she would feel bad for him? See, check this out. I don't feel bad for Karen. I don't feel bad for her. She out here finessing people. She out here robbing people. And you let her get away with it. What a simp. Continue.
I was trying to figure it out, and I was trying to get in the game by any means, and
you hear what he said? He was trying to get in the game by any means.
I was trying to figure out how to get in the game, and I hired a few people, one being Karen, and the way that situation turned out, and yet I wasn't a happy customer, and
he wasn't a happy customer. $60,000, man, I better be elated.
Yeah, we can tell.
I held the grudge. I did.
Well, and if it makes you feel
You supposed to hold a grudge, stupid. She got you for $60,000. You supposed to be angry. What is wrong with you simps?
any better, Joyner, just so you know, when we covered the story on this show, because I've known Karen for a long time, Karen used to work up here hot. We've heard the controversies with her, and I consider her a friend. If it makes you feel any better, we covered it from the context of, with all of the business that she's done with individuals, there's going to be some places where it didn't work out. And there's going to be, when you're in the business that she's in, people aren't going to get the results that they want. They're going to feel like they got done dirty, et cetera, et cetera. So just so you...
I just think that, bro, I just feel like sometimes I feel like she might have been in over her head.
Oh my God. Did you hear what he said? Yo, did y'all hear what he just said? He just said, I felt she might have been a little overhead. Meaning he basically said she took on more than she can chew. She took on too many assignments and she was overwhelmed, basically. What the hell that got to do with me? What that got to do with you? If you bit off more than you can chew, how is that my fault? Oh, man, continue, man.
You had a lot of stuff going on at the time. She had a lot of other business ventures. I feel like I was priority.
You hear that? Yo, did y'all hear what he said? He said she had a lot of stuff going on at the time. Wait. I'm going to rewind that. Hold on. Let me rewind that. Hold up.
She had a lot of stuff going on at the time. She had a lot of other business ventures.
Check this out. If I give you $60,000, I don't give a damn what you got going on. I don't care about $60,000. If I give you $600, I don't care what you got going on. I better be your number one priority. I better be your number one priority. I don't know what type of contracts this dude just signed. Check this out. If I give that much, if I give you that much amount of money, it's going to be so many contracts you got to sign off on. Like, I don't know what was going through this dude's head when he gave up that much amount of money. and he feeling sorry for her. I'm gonna point out something. I'm gonna point out something that's very important after this video. Go ahead, continue. After he finished, I'm gonna point out something very important.
I feel like I was prior. And that's just what it is. What it
Right.
is. You know, when somebody has other priorities, things that they put first, they're gonna put those things first. You know what I mean? And then somebody's gonna feel left out, or somebody's gonna feel like they're not being done right by them. And I just happened to be the person that felt like I wasn't being done right by.
Right.
Because you wasn't being done right.
I wasn't satisfied with, you know, with how I was being treated, you know, at that time. So, you know,
But I think that's honest. I think that's fair and honest,
Yeah,
by the way.
that's
What
your
you're saying
truth.
is fair and honest.
Yeah, I'm not trying. I was, again, you know, I had my moments where I just.
Wow, Joyner, you letting me down right now, son.
Meltdown moment. Well, I just started blacking out, and I just started just going and just get it off my chest. Pause. And then after I sit back and I analyze the situation, you know, I start realizing certain things. You know, as I talked to her, you know, she explained certain things that I didn't understand before. You know,
Son, why didn't she explain that to you when you called her? Why didn't she explain that to you when you called her? She could explain that to you instead of what she did, blowing you off, instead of curving you, instead of picking up the phone like she had an attitude, instead of picking up the phone like you was bothering her. Now she want to be nice to you? Now Karen Civil wants to talk to you like a civil individual? Now that it's been exposed that she's a liar, a thief, and a scammer, now she wants to talk nice to you, and you going for it? Oh man.
I'm not okay with, again, I'm not. I've always been the underdog. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when money involved and certain things are involved, I just don't want to feel like I'm being taken advantage of, or whatever the case may be. You know, do I feel like? I think after our conversation, I realized that I don't feel like it was malicious. I don't think anything that she did was like malicious.
Wow.
I just felt like she was in over her head.
Okay. Let me say this, y'all. Here's the point I want to make. I need y'all to really examine this video in this situation. Because the reason why a lot of females will target men is because of this right there. A lot of females who are strippers, females in the adult entertainment industry, females who are finessers, the gold diggers, the sugar mamas, sugar babies. They will try to get over on a man specifically. Now, they get over on females too, because it was already documented that Karen Civil, she was sued by a female and she actually lost. She had to pay the woman some money because Karen lost that. She lost. So check this out. A lot of females will target the men because they know this is how the men gonna act. This is how they gonna act. Once I rob them, once I finesse them, all I gotta do is play the victim role and he'll forgive me. All I gotta do is let him know personal things that I'm going through so he can forgive me. But see, in this situation, when a woman finesses you, when a woman robs you, you know the perfect celebrity that you need to act like, that's known for being petty. In this situation, you should have acted just like 50 Cent. Y'all see how when somebody owes 50 Cent money, he takes it to Twitter, he takes it to Instagram. Hey man, pay me my money. What's that other girl, Tierra Marie, who sued 50 Cent and lost, and she had to pay him money, and she owed 50 like $30,000, and he ain't letting a foot off her neck. He on her. That's how you supposed to be. You gotta be ruthless. You gotta be ruthless. You gotta be ruthless so women and men can respect you. Let me ask you this. Do you think now, after seeing what Karen did, to Joyner Lucas and then seeing how he reacted, saying he feels bad for her, do you think other men and women would now have respect for Joyner Lucas? Think about what I just said. They don't got respect for him. You let that, you let her get away with that. You let her get away with that. He should have said, you know, Karen, I'm sorry you're going through this. How much can you pay me right now? What type of payment plan should I put you on? Because here's the thing. I'm sorry you was in over your head, but guess what? That was my hard-earned money. What about me? You see how Joyner Lucas, he ain't say, he ain't ask her, what about me? It was all her. She's going through this. She was over her head. Never mind his problems. Never mind his situation. There's no telling how that affected his personal life. Somebody takes $60,000 from you. Somebody steals $60,000 from you. That's going to have a negative effect on your life, yo. And that's what she did. And see, that's the thing. Females don't have no accountability. She could have easily said, yo, I was wrong. Here's your money. I was wrong. Here's a $40,000 check. I know it ain't all of it, but here's what I can do right now. You see how when you don't demand nothing, you get nothing? He had that woman on the phone. He had her on the phone. He demanded nothing. You know what he did? He acted like he was her damn therapist. Oh, I feel bad now. I didn't know you was going through this. I didn't know you had other priorities. I don't give a damn about that. That was $60,000 of my hard-earned money. Pay me. That's nothing you just walk away from. $60,000 ain't nothing you can just walk away from. Say, oh, it was $60,000. Okay. Anyway, what's for dinner, sweetie? And he let her get away. And you wonder why women always target men when they want to finesse somebody. So in closing, be very smart with your money. Anytime you giving someone money in that abundance, sign hard contracts. Sign contracts. And if they finesse you, if they get over on you, drag their name through the dirt. Sue them. Let the whole world, don't just let the industry, let the whole world know that they are scammers. Let the whole world know that they are deceivers, that they can't be trusted. Because that's what Joyner Lucas didn't do. And that was his big mistake. Because now, guess what? I don't know how good his music is. Maybe he got some decent music. But check this out. When it comes to these other wolves in the industry, Joyner Lucas, you just made yourself fool, man. You a whole plate out here. And that was today's episode. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'm going to catch you on the next go round, my nigga. Hello.